What's going on, guys? Sorry I'm late on this one. Late game last night, family day here in the Scotian-Canadian household, so haven't had time to put it together, but gonna do a quick one for you here now. And it's another L for the Montreal Canadiens. They lose to the Winnipeg Jets 2-1 in overtime on Hockey Night in Canada. That puts the losing streak to 5. And they've now lost 8 out of their last 10 games. That is rough. They are sliding in the standings, now sitting at 23 points for fourth place, and the Calgary Flames are right on our ass with 22 points. Luckily, we do have 2 games in hand, and thankfully we've been collecting OT and shootout points here, because if not for those, we'd be in a real pinch. But the Habs have to figure this out soon and turn it around. We got a big game coming up Tuesday against the Ottawa Senators. This is a team we have to figure out and get a win against. So hopefully we see a different Montreal Canadiens team on Tuesday, one that can finish some plays, put some goal support up on the board for their goaltender, and get some big points. But in this game last night, some positives. At least they played better defensively. They shut down a strong Winnipeg Jets team who have a lot of offense. I thought Shea Weber was a lot more responsible with the puck and in the D zone than he has been these last few games. But then go figure, Jeff Petrie struggling a little bit here and there. Some, questionable plays and giveaways down low in the defensive zone and behind the net, just trying to move the puck up the ice. And I don't know if he's frustrated. He's getting some calls against him that are pretty rough lately, not really deserved. But I don't want to go on too much about that. I want this Montreal Canadiens team to be a team who, despite bad officiating or the odd bad call, can still come out and get through that adversity and get a big win. So not going to go on about the officials here, but Jeff Petrie, he's been playing mistake-free hockey for a couple weeks to start the season. But the last few games, starting to struggle a little bit here. Some lapses in the Z zone that have hurt him in the past. Hopefully they can figure that out. But it just seems that not every guy or most of the guys on the team can be going all at the same time. It's like you look, the game we had 2 goals from Armia. The rest of the team's not doing much. Toffoli was hot. The rest of the team somewhat quiet. And the galley line gets up on the board. The rest of the squad's pretty quiet. Or Weber gets 2 goals and no one else puts up points. We were a well-oiled machine early in the season, not quite right now. Got to get every player kind of contributing at the same time to get some wins here. That's how the Montreal Canadiens are built. Now, also, Jake Allen last night, another strong game from him. Now, Montreal doubled up the Jets in shots, and Allen wasn't tested a whole lot, but when he was, there was some pretty dangerous chances coming his way, some odd man rushes, and he was there. He's playing positionally sound, not giving shooters much to shoot at, and he just looks dialed in and focused. And I don't think there's anything wrong continuing with him as the starter right now. That's why we signed him. It's a benefit to have a guy like this that you can rely on. He's a hot hand. Go with him. And there's nothing wrong with Carey Price sitting and practicing and getting his game together. Come playoff time, he'll likely be our starter and fresh. So right now, though, you got to go with Jake Allen. So I'm hoping to see that from Dom Ducharme on Tuesday against the Ottawa Senators. Now, low scoring game for the Habs. The first one came off a power play for the Jets. Ehlers gets it, and luckily Montreal gets back in it from a goal from Nick Suzuki, and he's been putting up points here and there lately. But again, the other two centers, not a whole lot. Danault hasn't scored in a year. I think that anniversary is today, actually, that he hasn't scored in a whole year. That's brutal. So when your typical first line center, his offense is completely dried up, you are going to struggle. That's got to be changed. And then you got to look at Kotkaniemi. He's not getting a lot of minutes right now, but you got to make the best of what you have, and he's not getting up on the board as much as we'd like. Yeah, so what we were hoping wouldn't happen in the preseason or the offseason has kind of happened for the Habs. The inexperience down the middle is holding us back. The offense is dried up there, and that's a huge issue for the Habs right now. Another thing, Dom Ducharme. I know, like, he's a new coach, and I know people are frustrated that the lines and the deep pairs haven't been changed up much since he's taken over. But I think he wants to have the guys work out of this themselves initially. And the thing is, he's trying to develop one-on-one relationships with this team right off the bat here. And just imagine he takes Sherratt in his first or second game as head coach, puts him down on the third pair. What does that do to the relationship right off the bat? He's got to wait it out. The same thing for the forward core. You can't bring out the blender right away. I think that might do a little bit more damage into terms of his ability to coach. But when it comes time here soon for him to make some big decisions, I know he's going to do it and switch this up and kind of put his input into these lines a little more than he has so far. At least that's my hope. Then we go into overtime. can't forget this, the OT deployment, kind of questionable. You got Deneau out there, who we've already talked about. His offense isn't doing anything for us right now. So you're trying to defend in 3-on-3 overtime, and you end up just giving away the extra point to the Jets. You can't do that with 3-on-3. You got Armia out there as well, and it seems like Ducharme's trying to develop something there with Armia. He believes he has untapped potential, as do I, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes. I'm not sure how much untapped potential he has. He is like 28 or 29 at this point, but yeah, so he's got Armia and Deneau out there, and we'd give the point away, and that's rough. You can't be doing that. You really can't be. So hopefully that aspect of our game will change as well. But tough loss. Habs got to get this figured out. So bad. This is rough. Big game Tuesday. Let me know what you thought about the game down in the comments. Of course, hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoy my videos. Now, keep an eye out for the No Respect podcast. I'm going to be recording with those guys tonight. Really looking forward to sitting down with Alex, Mackey, and Justin. And it's going to be a good time. I think it'll be a great episode. So check that out wherever you get your pods. Cheers, guys. Better luck next time, I guess. I don't know what else to say.